over the Atlantic Ocean, casting an orange glow on the Coast Guard dock. The day had been calm, with only a few minor incidents, and Petty Officer Jack Thompson was looking forward to heading home. As the last of the boats were being secured, he noticed a group of bikers roaring down the road towards the dock. The bikers, a notorious local gang known as the Iron Serpents, were known for causing trouble. They had a reputation for intimidating anyone they perceived as a threat, and tonight, they seemed to have chosen the Coast Guard as their target. Jack watched as they pulled up to the dock, their loud engines cutting through the peaceful evening. Jack was not one to back down from a challenge. A former Marine turned Coast Guard officer, he had seen his share of action, and was more than capable of handling himself. He straightened up and walked towards the bikers, his posture calm but assertive. "Evening, gentlemen," Jack greeted them, his voice steady. "This is a restricted area. I'm going to have to ask you to leave." The leader of the group, a burly man with a snake tattoo winding up his arm, sneered at Jack. "And who's going to make us, pretty boy? You and your little Coast Guard buddies?" he taunted, the rest of the gang laughing behind him. Jack remained unfazed. "I'm giving you a chance to leave peacefully," he said firmly. "I suggest you take it." The biker leader dismounted his bike, walking up to Jack, trying to use his height to intimidate him. "I don't think you understand who you're dealing with," he growled. Jack had heard enough. In a swift, practiced movement, he grabbed the biker's arm, twisted it behind his back, and had him on the ground in seconds. The gang members, stunned by the speed and efficiency of Jack's move, hesitated for a moment before rushing towards him. Jack's Coast Guard training kicked in. He fought with precision and control, using their own momentum against them. As the bikers tried to overwhelm him, they found themselves quickly outmatched. Within minutes, several of them were on the ground, groaning in pain, while the others backed off, clearly reconsidering their decision to pick a fight. Just as the situation seemed to be reaching a breaking point, more Coast Guard officers arrived, drawn by the commotion. Seeing their comrades arriving, the bikers decided they had had enough. They helped their fallen members back onto their bikes and sped off into the night, shouting threats over their shoulders. Jack stood, catching his breath as his fellow officers approached. "You all right, Thompson?" one of them asked. Jack nodded. "Yeah, I'm fine. Just a bunch of punks trying to prove something." The officer shook his head, smiling. "Well, they picked the wrong guy to mess with tonight." As the bikers' engines faded into the distance, Jack looked out at the ocean, the waves gently lapping against the dock. He knew this wouldn't be the last time someone tried to challenge them, but he also knew that as long as he and his team were there, the Coast Guard dock would remain safe. The sunset continued to paint the sky with its vibrant colors, a reminder of the beauty and peace they were there to protect. And as Jack walked back to the office, he couldn't help but feel a sense of pride in his duty and his ability to stand up against those who threatened